North Korea is sending troops to support Russia's war in Ukraine, and South Korea is on high alert. Are we on the verge of a larger conflict? To understand the significance of this military alliance, we need to look back at the historical relationship between North Korea and Russia. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union was North Korea's main ally, providing economic and military aid. However, this relationship weakened after the Soviet Union collapsed. In recent years, especially as Russia became increasingly isolated by international sanctions, Moscow and Pyongyang began drawing closer again. In 2024, this partnership was formalized when Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin signed a military cooperation pact, which included mutual assistance and the exchange of military technology, a development that already raised concerns about North Korea's nuclear ambitions. Now, things have taken an even more dangerous turn. Recent reports indicate that North Korea has sent 1,500 Special Forces soldiers to Russia, with an additional 10,000 expected to follow in the coming weeks. For Russia, worn down by a prolonged conflict, this aid is crucial. But what does this mean for the rest of the world, and particularly for South Korea? South Korea responded immediately, condemning the deployment of North Korean troops and summoning the Russian ambassador to demand their withdrawal. The South Korean government warned that this action represents a direct threat to national and international security. President Yoon Suk-yeol announced that South Korea would not stand idle and promised to send weapons and ammunition to Ukraine as a countermeasure. The presence of North Korean soldiers alongside Russian forces is more than just tactical support. It's a strategic move. There's a real danger that North Korea could receive advanced military technology in exchange, such as intercontinental ballistic missiles or even nuclear technology. This would drastically alter the power dynamics in Asia, raising alarms for NATO and the United States. Although there's no official confirmation of North Korean troops on the front lines in Ukraine yet, videos have surfaced showing them training and receiving equipment at Russian military bases. Experts point out that while these troops may lack experience in modern international conflicts, their deployment represents a symbolic victory for Russia, which has been struggling with heavy losses and logistical challenges over the past 2.5 years. For North Korea, this cooperation opens the door to strengthen its military and nuclear programs, posing a threat not only to South Korea, but to the entire world. Recently, Kim Jong-un severed diplomatic ties with South Korea and warned that he could use nuclear weapons preemptively if North Korea receives new technology from Russia. This alliance between Russia and North Korea could further destabilize the East Asian region. It may also test the long-standing alliance between South Korea and the United States. If South Korea feels compelled to take stronger actions, such as directly supplying weapons to Ukraine, it risks escalating the conflict, a step the country has so far avoided. So, why is South Korea so determined to prevent North Korean troops from fighting in Ukraine? The answer is clear. This cooperation strengthens Kim Jong-un's regime and destabilizes Asia. If Russia supplies advanced technology in return, it could accelerate North Korea's nuclear program, threatening not only South Korea, but also US bases and allies in the region. Moreover, the military experience North Korean forces gain in Ukraine could make the regime even more unpredictable and dangerous, a threat not just to the Korean peninsula, but to the entire world. For South Korea, this deployment is more than a tactical issue. It's a strategic threat that could shift the balance of power in Asia and further empower one of the world's most unstable regimes.